Welcome to How You Pictured It, the podcast for creative entrepreneurs ready to grow their business in a way that feels good. Here you'll find actionable tips and tools to create the business and life you pictured. I'm your host, Kate Hyde with Dear Kate Brand Strategy. Let's get started. One of the biggest struggles I hear from photographers is trying to figure out how to achieve any kind of work-life balance. For most of us, it seems like we're constantly working on our business, thinking about the next client, how we're going to get an email out, when we're going to get our photos edited, and what we're going to post next on Instagram. Then we have a life too, right? We have kids, we have families, we have people counting on us for other things, and we also need some downtime. Honestly, work-life balance is a myth. My work is part of my life, and I have to find a way to make it fit in. There's no way that I can make sure that everything is always perfectly balanced and even and fair between work and life. On different days, my values and my priorities are going to shift, and what's important is going to change. I heard a great analogy once about juggling all of these balls in the air. We've got our kids, we've got our family life, we've got work priorities, and you're trying to juggle all of these things, all of these balls. But the thing is that some of these balls are plastic and some of these are glass, and it's going to change. Sometimes the work priorities are going to be glass and some of them are going to be plastic. Sometimes the home priorities are glass or plastic. But the point is that the plastic balls are going to drop on occasion and they're not going to break. Everything is going to be fine and we're going to move on and we're going to be able to pick them up when we have the time. The trick is knowing which balls are glass and which balls are plastic on a given day. Today's episode is going to be the first in a series on ways that we can save time and to make sure that we're spending our time in the best ways possible. Time is our most limited resource. We can always make more money, but we cannot make more time. So with that, let's talk about one of the best ways to save yourself some time, and that's with automation. Automation is a way to reduce the need for human input in some processes by replacing it with technology or other systems and tools to help us save time. I know this can sound kind of scary when you first start thinking about it. You don't want to be a robot in your business. You want clients to think of you as personal and caring and interested in them, and sometimes those automations can come off feeling icky. There are definitely automations we can put in place to help us save time and still keep that human element. Automations can have benefits, though, for both the client and the photographer. For the client, it can mean a consistent and swifter delivery from start to finish. And for the photographer, it means reducing the mental load and finding ways to wow our clients. The first automation we're going to talk about is email. This is one of the easiest things to automate. Every business has a workflow that clients go through, even if you don't have it officially mapped out. When a client inquires, you send an email that includes the same information every time, or it should at least. The day before a session, you send an email that includes the same information every time. And when a client receives their gallery, you send an email that includes the same information every time. So why are we writing these out from scratch each time? We can create canned emails that are basically just a document that we can copy paste from, or we can set them up as canned emails in Gmail or in other email providers. Work through each step of your process and look at the different emails that you send. Sit down to write that perfect email and leave a little space for some personalization. Every time I send an email, I make some minor adjustments just to make sure that the human element is there and that the email is tailored to the client that I'm sending it to. This means I get email responses out a lot faster because I'm not trying to think through everything that I need to include, and it makes sure that the client is getting all of the information they need without me having to struggle through that. The second type of automation we're going to talk about today is client relationship management software, or a CRM. The mental load of running a business can be so overwhelming. Did I send out that contract? Did my client get their prep instructions? Did I remember every little step that makes our sessions run smoothly? A client relationship management software makes sure that your workflow is seamless, and the same for every client. Software like Dubsado can also allow your clients to book a session on your calendar without all of the back and forth of how about this date, how about that date. These types of softwares are made with the client in mind. There are smart fields that populate client details without you having to go in and type them in every time. And that helps keep it from feeling that robotic feel. I've had so many clients compliment the professional look and ease of use with Dubsado, which tells me that this is a big win for both the client and the photographer. Next, we're going to talk about client galleries and ordering. Ordering prints and products for my clients used to take up so much of my time and made me want to pull out my hair, honestly. I hated trying to figure out rows and ordering prints in one order and products in another and ordering from different labs. It really was overwhelming and got to be too much for me, to the point where I honestly just had stopped selling prints and products at one point. I still wanted my clients to have access to those professional prints and products though, and from my professional labs, so I had to find a different way to make this work. I'd hate for them to spend all of the money on their session and their digital files to then go print them at Walgreens or Walmart and have things look all kinds of off. My favorite way to automate this process is by using gallery software. I'm currently using pic-time, which allows my clients to see the different products and prints that are available with their images on them. They can design their own albums, they can create calendars, or just basic prints if they want. It's beautiful and user-friendly for them. pic-time also has some built-in promotional emails, or you can create your own. This is a great option for sending clients information on special offers and helping them get their images off their hard drives and onto their walls and into their hands. Number 4 is sending client gifts. Of course, gifting for clients is not a must for every photographer. For me, though, I love sending a little treat to my clients and letting them know that I appreciate them and I'm thinking of them. Client gifts work towards building that relationship, but how do we automate them? One of my favorite tools is Greetabl. It's Greetabl, no E. And they are special little gifts that you can send and customize with the client's images from their session. They ship directly from Greetabl to the client, so my hands don't have to touch anything. It's all created online and sent directly to them. Another option is Touch Note, which will mail a customized photo card for your client. I love how these little personalized touches can be automated so that our clients feel special. Another bonus of this is that oftentimes clients will share a picture of that little gift online with friends and family and share your name, give you a little shout out. Creating that kind of relationship with clients where they're your biggest fan and you're theirs is a great way to grow your business. The last automation we're going to talk about today is social media. The whole point of social media is to connect and network. So how could this possibly be taken over with automation? Well, we can at least automate part of the process. I love using planning software like Planoly or Tailwind to load my posts for the week and schedule them out to be posted at the most active times on my account. These softwares also suggest hashtags and best times to post, so it takes a little bit of the guesswork out of trying to figure out the algorithm. While batch created and automatically posted social media posts may not get as much interaction and traction as ones that are created directly in the platform, they're still better than nothing. For me, this is a place where done is better than perfect. When I batch create my social media posts, I am able to choose images, lay things out so that things are beautiful in my feed, and write the captions all at one time, meaning that I'm spending only probably about an hour a week to get the whole week scheduled and posted. I keep the social part in my social media by commenting and interacting on those posts after they've gone out and by posting to my stories throughout the day. No one can really tell that my posts were not written and shared natively within the post. All right, those 5 automation types are where we're going to stop today. Just to give you a recap, 1 was creating canned emails. 2 was using a client relationship management software. 3 was using a client gallery and ordering software. 4 was sending client gifts. 5 was social media. If you're using other automations in your business, I'd love to hear about it. You can DM me on Instagram or TikTok at Dear Kate Brand Strategy. Next week's episode will continue on this series and we'll be talking about outsourcing. Make sure you subscribe to How You Pictured It on whatever platform you prefer, so that you get notified as soon as that episode is available. If you found this episode useful, I'd love for you to share it with a friend. You can post it to your Instagram stories or any other social media place and tag me at Dear Kate Brand Strategy. Have a great week.